Let us now go to the next topic, which is stabilization via linearization, where in the last class we saw two types of control problems for nonlinear systems. Given any nonlinear system of this form, we can have two problems defined in these forms, which is the state feedback control law, which is defined, which can be defined when all the state variables are available for feedback. Okay. So then the control law, if for the linearized system, would be of this form, where u is equal to minus k into x. We take a feedback from the states through some gain k, and it will be given as a controller to the system. Okay, this is a system, and this is x. Okay, so it can be fed back to the system, but now when we give the feedback, when we give a feedback through the states, what happens? We in order for the whole system to be asymptotically stable, this A minus B K matrix should be Hurwitz. Okay. Similarly, in the case of output feedback control law, can be defined. Output feedback has to be defined for nonlinear systems or linear systems when all the state variables are not available for feedback. Okay. In that case, the control law would be through the estimated states. We have the kind of observer design, where in this case we have to have for asymptotic stability of the whole feedback system, we should have A minus K into C should be Hurwitz. We will see that in the coming session, in this session itself. So we will see each problem one by one. One is a state feedback control problem. So here this is a state feedback control problem. So we have the system x dot is equal to f of t comma x comma u, and in the case of a state feedback, we will see the static problem, in fact not the dynamic problem here. So we have to define a controller u such as gamma of t comma x. So we have all the states coming from the system for feedback. So we are feeding it back through some gain matrix K. Okay. So now our topic of discussion is stabilization via linearization. So we have a given nonlinear system, and we are going to linearize it first. First we will linearize it, and then we will think about the stabilization. Okay. We will design a controller and then stabilize the whole system. Okay. So we know that about the equilibrium point, let us assume that 0, 0 is the equilibrium point or the steady state condition of the system. Okay. So let me call 0, 0 as the steady state condition of the system. At steady state, this x dot dynamics would be equal to 0. So I can write this as f of 0, 0 equal to 0. Okay. So here we are assuming that at steady state, let me call it as x s be the steady state condition, and u s be the steady state condition of the input. Okay, controller input. That means at steady state of the x at steady state, the controller effort would also be at steady state. So we can say that here in without loss of generality, let me assume that xss and uss is equal to 0, 0 is the origin itself. Okay. So let me call this as 0, 0. Okay. So let us now for this nonlinear system, let us try to linearize it. So after linearization, we should get it in this form, right? So how do we get it? So we know how to form the A matrix here. So we want x as x dot as x linearized form. X dot is equal to A into Ax plus B into U. Okay, one second. B into U. Okay, where A is equal to dou f by dou x, which is a Jacobian matrix, at the equilibrium point x is equal to 0 and u is equal to 0. Okay. And what about B? So now you can say what is B? B is equal to dou f by dou u, right? Dou u at the equilibrium point x is equal to 0 and u equal to 0. Okay. So now in order to design a controller, now we got the stabilized system, linearized system. After linearization, the first step was linearization, and what about the second step? And the second step is stabilization. Okay, stabilization. So for stabilization, what is the important thing for any system to be stabilized? That means if I have a system x dot is equal to ax plus b into u, for this system to be stabilized, a comma b should be controllable first. Without the system, if the system is not controllable, I cannot stabilize the system. Okay, a comma b should be controllable, and so let us assume that the system is controllable or at least stabilizable, Stabilizable means if I am not able to control all the states of the system, then I should be able to stabilize that means if I am not able to control, if all the states of the system are not controllable, then the remaining states which are not controllable should be stable. That means all the eigenvalues of the remaining state should be, all the modes of the remaining states should be on the left of the imaginary axis. Okay, then now how do we control it? How we can for controlling, we had seen that in the last semester. For controlling, we had seen the pole placement technique, where we defined a matrix gain matrix K in such a way that we can bring the poles of the system to any desired location. In a similar pattern, we can bring in the controller design here. So let us define u is equal to minus k into x. Okay, when u is equal to minus k into x, I can write it as x dot is equal to a minus a into x plus b into minus k into x. So I can have this as equal to a minus bk into x. So looking at the dynamics itself, so instead of a you can write this function here, and instead of p you can write down this function here. So to complete the whole picture, to get a whole picture. Okay, so from this dynamics, what can you conclude from this dynamics? From this dynamics, we can say that this system, the whole feedback system is stable if a minus bk is Hurwitz. Or we can design the matrix K in such a way that a minus bk is Hurwitz. Okay, so we can do this we can also check the stability of the system using the Lyapunov theory also. Lyapunov theory, what is the Lyapunov theory for linear systems? We can use this transfer function, use this equation, Lyapunov equation, that is a cap into transpose p plus p into a is equal to minus q. Okay, so this I can call it as a cap into x. Okay, so this I can write it as a minus bk transpose into p plus p into a minus bk is equal to minus q. Okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is about the state feedback control problem. In that we have to linearize the system using these formulations and then design a matrix K in such a way that the whole system is asymptotically stable. Okay, so now we will see a problem here. This is the problem of a pendulum equation. So theta is the angle by which we are able to move this to either directions, and a is equal to g by l, b is equal to k by m, and c is equal to 1 by ml squared. So I want this bob to be moved to some position delta, that is my condition here. Theta should be moved to some position delta using a torque. I should apply some torque T, and it should remain in that position delta. So what is the torque required to maintain it in that position? Let T be equal to TSS to maintain it in that position, and theta be equal to delta. So the theta steady state condition for the system, let it be equal to delta, and t is in fact the input here. T is the input u. Okay, t is the input u, and theta ss is the steady state condition, and TSS in fact is the steady state condition of the input. Okay, so let us try to look at this problem. This is the dynamics of the system. So at steady state, what about the system at steady state? At steady state, we can say that the whole system, one second. So I'll write here at steady state here. At steady state, theta SS, or in fact theta, I will write it as theta equal to theta SS is equal to delta. Okay. Now at steady state, theta dot is equal to 0. There is no change in theta dot is equal to 0, and also if theta dot is equal to 0, theta double dot is also equal to 0, right? So I can choose this equation. So at steady state, theta would be equal to theta SS, right? Theta SS is equal to delta. Okay, so I can write down this equation as 0 equal to minus A sine delta minus B into 0 plus C into TSS. Okay, so at steady state, U is equal to T equal to USS is equal to TSS. Okay, USS is equal to TSS. So I can write here as the steady state TSS is equal to A sine delta by C, A by C sine delta. Okay. So in this case, what you can see is that the 0 equilibrium point has just shifted to the theta SS comma USS equilibrium point. So we have to let us form a change in the coordinates. So we can define the state variables for the system as x1 as equal to theta minus theta SS. So let me theta SS. So let me call this as x1 theta minus delta, and x2 is equal to theta dot. So theta dot would be theta dot minus theta SS dot. Let me call it as theta dot. Okay. So x2. So we can write down the state equation for the system as so this implies. So the state equation would be. So it would be x1 dot is equal to x2, right, and x2 dot is equal to minus A sine theta, A sine theta minus B theta dot plus C T. So let me also define another state condition here. U as equal to, U is also has shifted by T minus TSS. Okay, U was equal to T. Okay, so this U is equal to T, and we have formed a change of variables here. So U is also shifted by T minus TSS. We have made a change of variables here. This is only a change of variables. Okay, change of variables here. Change of variables to the equilibrium points. Okay, so we have T is equal to U plus TSS, right? T is equal to U plus TSS. T is equal to U plus TSS. So what is TSS here? A by C sine delta. So you have here U plus A by C sine delta, right? So we will write here, we will put in the state variables here. So we will write it here as x1 dot is equal to x2, and x2 dot is equal to minus A sine. So this theta is nothing but x1 plus delta. Theta is equal to x1 plus delta. So x1 plus delta Okay, and here I have a by c sine delta. Okay, a by c sine delta here. So since I have a here, so I will take here minus a and then put in this sine delta here, minus sine delta here, sine delta minus b times x2, minus b times x2 plus c times u, because t has been substituted here, so I have c times u plus, okay, plus c times u. Okay, fine. So now what is my A matrix here? So we have to form the linearized system. So A matrix is equal to dou f by dou x at x1 equal to 0 and u equal to 0, x equal to 0. x1 means x1 x2 equal to 0 here. Here why I am able to put x1 and x2 as equal to 0, it is only because I have taken the steady state conditions over here. I have shifted the state variables to the steady state conditions. So finally I can bring it to the equilibrium points to the origin, right? So that is why I am able to bring it here. So I get A as equal to 0, 1 and minus A cos x1 plus delta, cos x1 plus delta. So this is a constant, so this gets cancelled here, and here I have minus b. Okay, minus b. And similarly I can get b as equal to dou f by dou u at this x1 x2 equal to 0 and u equal to 0. So u and b, this becomes 0 and c. Okay, so we have this, so this would be equal to, so here x1 would be equal to 0, so minus a cos delta and minus b. Okay, so a comma b is controllable. If you look at this system, a comma b is controllable, and let us take k as equal to k1 k2 comma k2, k1 and k2. Okay, so we will see how it goes like. So we want A minus Bk to be a Hurwitz matrix. So we have to design K such that, so to be Hurwitz. So design K such that A minus Bk is Hurwitz. Okay, so we have, so we can write here as A minus Bk is equal to 0, 1 minus A cos delta minus Ck1, and this becomes minus B minus Ck2. So how to make this as Hurwitz is, you find out the eigenvalues of the system using lambda I minus this A hat, and then see that the eigenvalues lie to the left of the imaginary axis, and from this you will get the conditions for K1 and K2 as K1 should be greater than minus A by C cos delta, and K2 should be greater than minus B by C. So this is a condition for A minus Bk to be Hurwitz. So you can check it out. So you can check this out and see whether it is correct. So what is the controller torque required to bring it to the steady state condition? So T would be equal to, T is equal to U plus TSS. So what is U here? U is equal to, what is U here? U is equal to K1 K2 into x1 x2, right? x1 x2. Okay, fine. So it would be K1 into x1 plus K2 into x2, right? So it should be in that form. Okay, so x1 is equal to theta plus delta, theta minus delta, right? x1 is equal to theta minus delta and K2 is equal to theta dot. Okay, So we have this of this form as, and Ts is equal to A by C. If you look up here, you got Ts is as equal to U plus A by C sin delta. So you have U plus A by C sin delta. So this U is equal to minus Kx plus A by C plus A by C sin delta. Sin delta. So this becomes K1 into x1 means theta minus delta plus minus K1 into minus K2 into theta dot plus A by C sin delta. Once you get the values of K1 and K2, you can substitute it here, and then this is the value of the torque required for bringing the system to the steady state condition. You can find out TSS also. Okay, so this is about stabilizing the system or any kind of system. So you can do this. It's quite simple, though we have to do a little bit of math here. Okay. So now we will go on to the next problem, which is the output feedback stabilization via linearization. So this also can be approached in a similar way. So here we can see an output feedback, dynamic output feedback controller. In the case of output feedback controller, what we have to do is you have to define as gamma of t comma x comma t comma y comma z in the case of dynamic feedback controller, or in the case of static one it was just gamma of t comma y. Okay, so here in the first to the left of this line we can see a dynamic feedback controller here. So u can be defined as L into z plus m into y, which is a function of y and z. U is a function of y and z, where z is z is the solution for this dynamical equation, which varies with respect to y and z, Substituting all these terms in, we have this x dot is equal to ax plus b. We have the same a and b's for the system, ax plus b into u. Instead of u, you substitute this, you get this equation. This is just substituting. So ax plus b into lz plus bmc into x. So bm, instead of y we have cx. So the system equation is like this: x dot is equal to ax plus b into u, and y is equal to cx plus d into u. We will see how do we get c and d. bmc into x, and so you just rearrange it and we will get the x dot dynamics and the z dot dynamics. Okay, so once you rearrange this and you can get this equation, the whole idea is to bring the whole system in this form: x dot is equal to some matrix into x. Okay, so x dot will be a function of capital X dot will be a function of x dot, as well as another dynamical equation is z dot here. So finally the whole system matrix, this, let me call this as some P, this matrix should be Hurwitz. So this P matrix should be Hurwitz for this dynamical system to be dynamical output feedback system to be asymptotically stable. So this is the idea of an output feedback controller if we go for a dynamic output feedback controller. Okay, so here in order to find out C, it is quite easy. So we have this equation, main equation here: x dot is equal to f of t comma x comma u, and y is equal to h of t of x comma u. This is the main equation for a nonlinear system. So how do we find out the C matrix here? C is nothing but dou h by dou x, with respect to the equilibrium condition, x is equal to 0 or u equal to 0, and D is nothing but dou h by dou u with respect to the equilibrium condition, x is equal to 0 and u equal to 0. Okay, So for this output feedback, we discussed two problems here. One is designing a dynamic output feedback controller. Either we can, if your problem is so as to design an output feedback controller, or we can design we can go for an observer based design. Okay, in the case of an observer based design also, we usually go for an output feedback linearization, stabilization, when we don't have all the state variables for feedback. Okay, so here it is x tilde here, we don't have all the state variables for feedback. So here y, this x, all the state variables are not available for feedback. So what we do is we try to estimate the states. This is the actual x is an nth order. So we won't y does not have all the state variables at its output. So from whatever measured value of y, we try to estimate, this is an estimate, x tilde is an estimate of all the states. So if suppose I have some velocity here, I got the velocity is available but the position is not available. From the measured velocity, we try to estimate the velocity as well as position of the whole system. Okay, so if you look, this is the state, so it is called the state observer here. So what we try to do here is, the idea is to feedback y through some gain matrix Ke here. So this is the observer dynamics here, observer system state observer. So with the same matrix A and C and B here, the whole dynamics. So this is x tilde dot, this is the estimated state. So x tilde dot comes here. So we have here the same x dot is equal to, this is x dot, integrate it here, x dot a into x plus b into u, this is b into u comes here. So we have x dot is equal to ax plus b into here. So the output is x. So what about this whole system? The equation for this whole system would be x tilde dot is equal to, the x tilde dot is equal to a into x plus b into u coming here, b into u, plus another dynamics, another signal is also coming here through the measured state, measured output. So this is y minus c into y tilde. So it's some feedback is being given to the state observer so that I can estimate the states of the system. So x tilde has been estimated first. So all the states have been estimated first, and from the estimated state we give a feedback to the system through this u. We give it through this u. We give a feedback through this u. So this is the idea of the state observer. So you need not have to understand, learn this properly, but you have to understand the concept here. So here this is, so what would be the x observer dynamics here? X tilde dot is equal to, x tilde dot is equal to a into x tilde plus b into u plus what is here, Ke into y minus y tilde, y minus y tilde, y minus y tilde, see, y minus y tilde. Y tilde is equal to c into x tilde and y is equal to c into x. X tilde is the estimated state. So there will be an error between the actual states as well as the estimated state. So what are we trying to reduce here? The error dynamics we will try to reduce here. So okay, so this is the observer dynamics here. So what is the error here? X actual state minus the observed state. So E dot is equal to x dot minus x tilde dot. So this is the error dynamics. This is the error dynamics, and this is the error between the actual and the observed state. Okay. So we have the observer dynamics, which I have written here from this state observer, and this is the dynamical equation that we get here. So from this dynamical equation we can see that this becomes a into x plus b into u plus, actually this is Ke here, Ke into this y is equal to Cx. So y I will write it as y minus c, c actually x tilde here, So here we have, here it is x tilde here, sorry, x tilde here. So this becomes A minus ke into c into x tilde plus b into u plus ke into y, right? So we want the error dynamics to be 0, so we want E dot to be tending to 0. So the aerodynamics has to asymptotically go to 0. So we can say that this implies x dot is equal to E dot is equal to x dot is equal to A into x plus B into u. We know what is x dot. X dot is equal to A into x plus B into u minus of A minus ke into x, A minus ke into c into x tilde minus b into u minus ke into y is c into x, right? Y is equal to c into x. So I can write here A minus ke into c into x. This and this gets cancelled, minus A minus ke c into x tilde. So we can have here A minus ke into c into x minus x tilde. So x minus x tilde. So this becomes A minus kc into this E. So in order for this system to be asymptotically stable, for this system, if we try to estimate the states, and this states to be observed state and this x to be very close to each other, we should have A minus k into c to be Hurwitz. Okay, so this is the main problem that we have to deal with for when we go for output feedback stabilization. Okay. So in the case of output feedback stabilization, once we have found out the x tilde here, once we find out the x tilde here such that A minus ke into c is Hurwitz, then once x tilde is known, once we have observed the states here, then we can go for this stabilization. When we can go for the next case after finding out x tilde, we should have A minus b into k to be Hurwitz. So we have to find out two matrices here. One is ke matrix and the other one is the k matrix. So in order to have this ke matrix A minus ke to be Hurwitz, for the previous problem that we had seen here, that is, we should define x dot is equal to A x, this equation. So we should have A x tilde plus bu into k into y minus y tilde, right? Y tilde. So here this dynamics we have to consider here, x tilde dot dynamics we have to consider, and let us choose here this ke matrix as equal to, similarly ke matrix as equal to ke1 and ke2, ke1 and ke2 here, and we have to have A minus ke into c to be Hurwitz. A minus ke into c to be Hurwitz. You substitute A, ke and c here, ke as ke1 and ke2, and c whatever we have here. You have to find out c for this matrix here, c for this system here. So the output of the system, we can define some output for the system, and then we can, let me see what, let us define some output for the system, that is x1, because here only one of the output variables is known. So here output y is equal to x1. x1, what is x1 here? Theta minus delta is our output. Taking y as this, you have to find out c. Okay, so what is c? Dou f, dou, this is x1 minus delta, dou h, this is h, dou h by dou x1 here, there is only x1 here, so you will get c in that form. Okay, so c as equal to 1. So with A minus ke into c, you can get k1 as equal to, k1 should be, ke1 should be greater than minus b, and similarly KE2 you will get it as greater than, so you will actually you will get a relation here, sorry. So we have to do some math here. KE1 into B plus KE2 plus A cos delta should be greater than 0. So you have to do this math to check the whether this matrix is Hurwitz or not. You have to find out C matrix here, and then you have to go and check whether this matrix is Hurwitz. So you can get the relations KE1 and KE2 here. And the torque which you can get here as torque is equal to A sine A by C sine delta minus K into X tilde here. This is actually we are not having all the state variables for feedback, so we have to go for estimating the states also. Okay, instead of having K into X here, you have X tilde here. So you have X tilde, and then from that X tilde you will have only a feedback condition. Okay. So in this session what we had seen was there are two types of feedbacks. One is state feedback and the other one is the output feedback. In the case of state feedback, we try to make A minus, we try to find out K1 and K2 such that A minus BK is Hurwitz. And here this can be possible only if all the state variables are available for feedback. If the state variables are not available for feedback, all the state variables are not available for feedback, first we have to estimate the states here. So first we have to estimate the states, and if in that case we have to have A minus K into C, so that the error between the estimated states and the actual states will be very less. Okay, so for that A minus K into C should be Hurwitz. Once we get this K into C, we can go on and find out this actual K using the estimated state X tilde. Okay, so this is about the stabilization via output state feedback and output feedback. Okay, so you will have some theory based on these control laws. Okay, thank you.